Hello, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about these stupid ass cars. Masses. Okay, today I want to talk about the whole Keith Woods Minchus Moldbug thing. Don't know if you saw this video, but Keith Woods doesn't really know what he's talking about. And he believes the cathedral doesn't exist. And some of his ideas he is like, well, there's concerted effort by a certain group of people, certain ethnicity. He wrote white fragility, and they all have to be a certain ethnicity. You know which ethnicity I'm talking about. Maybe that's sort of true, but you have to understand Keith Woods keeps trying to label our problem like it's one enemy and trying to put all the blame on one enemy, whether it be one certain ethnicity, or it's the capitalist, or what he stupidly referred to as some Anglo-American hegemony imperialism, even though if you look at in America what's going on right now, the cathedral, this beast, is eating up America. I mean, you have politicians taking a knee. You have just utter chaos. You have the government giving land, half of Oklahoma land, back to the natives. That sounds like an empire in decline. So, him and his Keith Woods saying something stupid like that, like, oh, just this Anglo-American imperialism, or it's the blues. I'm just gonna say that because I can't use the real word, but you can say the blues, or it's capitalism. Like, no. The cathedral, like, all of them, they're all tools in it, but it's more complicated than that, and even I can't really describe it well. Like, it's many different organizations. It's not like some group of people just meeting in the back of a room in their secret cabal. That's not it. That's stupid. It's far more complicated than that, with many organizations, whether it be our government, the universities, media, or what you call it, like, I forgot his name. Some YouTuber who was doing a response to Keith Woods on this explains with the blues why they're still prevalent in these things. And yes, with one of their ethnic interests is definitely against white people, Christianity, Western values, so on and so forth. However, it's kind of based off like a computer system or machine, where, okay, if this machine does better at putting out this propaganda, then the cathedral will use it. So if this ethnic group happens to be the best at putting out this propaganda, then the cathedral will use it. Will use them, right? And again, and this is another thing, there's so many people who want to put a label on our enemies. Say it's like it's capitalism, it's the blues, it's Marxism, it's such and such. I mean, you have to realize, like, the cathedral will only co-opt or use an ideology to its advantage, and then throw it away when there's no longer use to it. So there's no really longer too much use for liberalism. It's clearly shown. The inner party, i.e. the Democratic Party, and then you have the outer, the Republican Party, which Republicans are like kind of false opposition to it. Things have escalated so much that now you're really seeing the inner party, the way the cathedral truly thinks. It's flexing its muscles, it's going crazy. And that's really, we're in dangerous times, you know? Another thing, Keith and him saying that the neo-reactionary movement, and I don't really subscribe that movement, I would have to learn way more about it. He said it hasn't done anything But in reality, he's false, because from what this guy said who I was listening to, forgot his name, that in Britain, you do have neo-reactionaries in government. They're doing things in the shadows. But yet, these idiots who want to be third positionists or Nazballs or whatever the hell think that will work. And no, the cathedral, two things will happen with third positionists in the cathedral. Either they'll get crushed, smashed, or they'll get devoured by it. And you're just going to have a corporate state with all the bullshit we have today. You know? So it's kind of like the cathedral has no reason for liberalism anymore. Today it's progressives. But when the time comes, the cathedral will no longer have any need for the progressives. And then they'll be thrown away. Ultimately, what it's being pushed towards to is kind of a nationless, faceless, no cultures, no religions, no ethnicity, none of that. Of just cultureless consumers, you know? And where everything is equal. That's where it's being pushed to. So people need to get out of this idea of the isms of like capitalism, Marxism, socialism, fascism. Those are old ideas. We're in the 21st century. The material conditions of the day are different. So putting so much faith into these stupid ideologies, like the best thing I could say that could come out of the third position is, honestly, to make a good smoke screen, you know, while actual people, like say neo-reactionaries, are doing things in the shadows. The cathedral would be too preoccupied with these idiots who want to go LARP as freaking black shirts or brown shirts, they can't even agree on that, and go do their thing. Like, hey, Keith Woods, what is his name? Culture Thug, and Marshall Ironsides, the boomer. If you guys want to go out with a bang, go right ahead, you know? I mean, did it really work out during World War II? Did it really work out and you want to go try that again? Fine. Same thing to the communists. You go right on ahead. Like, this is going to sound nerdy as hell, but twice the pride, double the fall. Exactly, and that's what will happen. Twice the pride, double the fall. And that's what will happen with these LARPy third positionists. And I'm not saying I don't believe in third position economics. I actually do. But you have to give up these ideologies. You know? And Keith Woods is just too stuck in those ways. I'm trying to put a label on it. Like the freaking global capitalist American Anglo order. We're trying to bring about that. Like, that's ridiculous. If you look at the American Empire now, it's basically falling. So what a stupid thing to say. So that's all I have to say. Even I don't even know a whole lot about Mencius Moldbug. I've watched some videos from Charlemagne on his channel about Mencius Moldbug. You should probably check it out. And I'm not even worshiping Mencius Moldbug. He's a bit of an elitist in a sense, and he's not a Christian, but he does, I think he has a much more articulated point. And you know, I'm not going to stop third position aside from being retarded. Hell, you may help us in a sense with your stupidity, because the cathedral, the system, will be distracted by you and thinking you're the next greatest thing, and that will fuck you up. So that would get more people off of us. So, you know, if you want to be retarded, be retarded. I have no use for you plebs. So, peace out.